wanted to make a quick video while I'm feeling inspired, and I really wanted to ask you this simple question. From a scale of 1 to 5, how strong would you say that your spiritual strength is? It wasn't until I got sick that I realized how spiritually weak I was, okay? I was not prepared for those mystical fights. I was not prepared for those things because, unfortunately, these are the things that they don't talk about. Okay. They have brushed it aside. You have a lot of people that become victims of spell work because those things are real. And if you're not spiritually strong and if you're not spiritually prepared, you will fall victim. And this is what nearly happened to me until I met this gentleman. He helped me see things that I didn't know, that I didn't believe in because I didn't grow up believing in anything as far as those type of spells or work or whatnot. My grandmother always taught me. I was raised by my grandmother. My grandmother taught me to pray, to believe in God, and I always believe in God, and I still do. I believe in God because there's only God as the life force energy that moves through this world. It's just God, this universe, this cosmos. It's only God. So I never believed that anybody could do anything to me. So I'm like, well, and it's always good to have that belief, it helps strengthen your spirit, but it's not enough. And these are the things that they don't tell you. So a lot of people fall victim and they don't even know they are a victim, that they're under some sort of spell. And this is what this man revealed to me. And that's when I can say that I matured. I became a woman. Nowadays, a lot of people are talking about developing the mental fortitude without really explaining to people that everything happens first in the spirit. That's why in Afro-Caribbean culture such as Voodoo, they put a lot of emphasis in having your spirit not only protected, guarded, but most importantly, strong, because this is how you fight the fights of life. This is how you also fight mystical fights. It is by having a strong spirit. I have put together a workbook, by the way. Okay. It's a free workbook where you get to assess your spiritual strength. And I will make a video on the matter. I think that it is important for us to start reflecting on how strong we are spiritually. Forget about the body, forget about the mind. Although I'm not saying that this isn't important, because we as human beings, we have 4 bodies, okay? Esoterically speaking. So you have the physical body, you have the astral, you have the spirit, and you have the mind. And I think if I'm not mistaken, there's one more, and it's the divine one, okay? So imagine that we are doing all this work, but we're staying at the physical level. In Kabbalah, they talk about it. When we are at your lowest, it is that you stay at the physical level. When you want to be strong, it's when you are at the spiritual level, connecting to the divine level of spiritual strength. This is what you want to achieve in life. In order to achieve your manifestations, in order to change your life, you want to attain that spiritual strength. The truth of the matter is I didn't know until I came back after I lived in Haiti for 6 years. I didn't understand the purpose of this trip. I was led really by my intuition to bet against a city like New York, to go move to a country, that is considered a poor country. I had no idea that, I guess in a way, now looking back, I can say that my ancestors were calling me back home to build my spiritual fortitude. And it's only when I left, I started realizing the importance of me moving there, the things that I had to learn, how when I fell sick, that it was not due to natural causes. And because of that, it opened up a door for me to mysticism, to spirituality that I never knew that I would ever want to open. I met somebody out of the blue that just opened my eyes, opened my spirit, and taught me a lot of things. I did not become a voodoo practitioner because I do not believe in general in being part of any groups, but I love to contemplate spirituality at large and wherever it's from. and whatever region it's from, they all have something to offer, and they all connect us to the divine creator that is God. And that's all that matters to me. So I don't feel like I need to be part of any group, okay, to feel connected to God. As long as I respect nature, I respect my body, which is my temple. As long as I respect other people and treat them with love and compassion, the way that I want to treat myself with love and compassion, there's no need for me to be part of any social group or any religious group or any spiritual group. So that's why I always say this, that I'm not a practitioner. I'm not interested in becoming a practitioner, not because I do not have respect for their spirituality or voodoo. It's just that that's just me in general. Um, so these practices, quite frankly, were transformative for me when I learned them, and I'm excited to reveal them. However, only exclusively. Once my channel gets the level that I wanted to attain, I think that I will open up a membership where I will get to talk about specific spiritual practices that helped me while I was living, working, and doing business in Haiti. Like I said, I got really sick and I didn't know what was happening to me. The only thing that I remember feeling when I was sick is just like I had this thought that I was going to die. I've never had any thought. Listen, I'm sure you've had a fever before in your life. You've had a bad cold, but have you ever pondered the thoughts of, I think I'm going to die? And those were my thoughts. And that alone just, when I look back, I oh my God. It was pretty scary at the time for me. And I didn't know what was happening with me. I was like, how could I be so sick from just a simple fever? And it turned out that it was more than just than a fever. And it was just by pure chance, by pure luck that I met this gentleman who open-heartedly wanted to help me. And I can say that really that was an encounter that changed my life. And I asked myself this question. I said, why do they hide the fact that there are spell work that people could do that can affect you negatively to even push you to die? Like, it's exactly what I was talking about in one of my videos about when people come across powerful knowledge, they can play with it and use it, for negative purposes. And I think that inside of, any practice, you will find people that use it for negative purposes. And these people, unfortunately, I don't know if it's unfortunately or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what kind of people they are, to be quite honest, to be quite honest with you. I think that they're playing a game that is dangerous because they will leave generational curses behind, and it's quite destructive, and they don't understand that. And unfortunately, you have a lot of people in IT or all over the world that use magic to drive dark forces and to do horrible things. Horrible things. I can only speak on this because, I was a victim of dark magic. I'm going to call it dark magic because it's not voodoo. Because as a matter of fact, it was voodoo that cured me. Okay. And, I'm talking about these things, and I have in the back of my mind the many people that I met when I was living in Haiti, right? And I was working in education. I built a STEM program over there, and I was working with several schools. And when they look at me, I don't, I don't know what they think, and I don't care at this point. But it's just to tell you how the stigma is created around this, even the word itself, that, talking about it is going to be shocking to people. But I don't care, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready to face those kind of people. And listen, I I grew up with a father that went to Yale University and Cornell University. He studied anthropology and sociology, and he had books and books and books and books about magic, mysticism. And he was, by the way, he was a lawyer. He was a Freemason. So when you grow up around such intellectual people that openly discuss faith, religions, spirituality, mysticism, magic, Freemasonry, and stuff like that, you automatically you build curious mind. And I grew up, and I remember I was 12 years old when a book that I bought, and I was in school. I bought a book on the interpretation of dreams, and what is magic, right? And I was 12 years old. Like, I was led to that realm because it was an open discussion of, not voodoo, but spirituality, right? So when you go out into society, at home, we couldn't really talk about it. But then when you go out in society, you could not even talk about it at all because it was considered to be like a dirty practice, like dirty for poor people, for bad people, people living in dirt and poverty. It's like, it's a weird thing. And then you realize that it's due to colonialism, because they just want to extract your spirit out of you. It's not just your spirituality, it's your spirit that they want to break down. And this is why you have groups of people. The people that have been colonized a lot of them are very weak in spirit. And I say this, and I'm not going to go into details because I really want to make this video short. It's just like, this is why I created the assessment book. It's just like workbook. It's to really take the time to analyze your spiritual strength where it is. Okay, I don't care if you are in any religious group, you are in Christianity, Muslim, you're a Muslim, you're a Christian, you're Jehovah's Witness. I don't care, but I think that you could be part of those groups, but still not have the spiritual strength that you need to have to actually make your life magical, because life is magical. Life is truly magical. And as I'm getting older, I'm learning this. And they have delayed you, me, and others because they keep taking away the possibilities for you to make your spirit strong. So I invite you to download the free workbook. I'm going to have it available. Like I said, it's for free. You take the assessment, okay, and you reflect on where you are today spiritually. I will make a video, a more detailed video, okay? And hopefully this short video will propel you to start asking yourself those questions. I have about 8 different contemplations inside of the workbook for you to do certain exercises. Each contemplation, would ask you questions and have you do certain exercises and answer the questions to analyze yourself and assess yourself and where you are. And if you are of Afro-Caribbean or Afro descendants, I put something specifically in there for us, for Black people, because oftentimes, we are the ones who have suffered a lot when it comes to our spirituality and have received a lot of negative backlash. And I put something specifically in there for you, but the workbook is for everybody who wants to assess their own spirituality. Okay, guys, so what else did I want to say? I think I will make a much more detailed video with a better angle. I have a camera. I'm just not like, I need to set it up. I've been using my phone because sometimes I'm working on my computer and the thoughts, they come to me and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to share this. And this is what happened to me with the coffee video. I was in meditation and I was like, and this thought came to me, it's like, why don't you share the spiritual uses of coffee that's been shared with you before? And I said, oh my God. And then I got up in the middle of the night and I made the video. So this is it. Here we are. And I will make a more detailed video where I get to talk a bit more about spiritual strength and what it means. But most importantly, I want to touch on how the voodoo community sees spiritual strength and what it means to them. And also, guys, one last thing. Like I said, I'm not going to share those things openly like that. It really has to be from a membership. I'm not going to talk about them like that. It's not made for the public. These are secrets that reside inside that spirituality. There are ways that I've learned. People, they protect their spirit. Not able to do any type of magic or spell on them. And these people are highly initiated in IT in Haiti. And I will get to talk about those things in details. Like again, like I'm waiting for my video to get to, my channel to get to the level where I can create memberships. Um, and it's not it's not just the money. It's not because of the money. It's just that I think that this is only reserved for a specific group of people. And then those who would want to know, they will become a member. And then I will get to share those things with them, especially when I do lives, and they will get to ask me questions. So this is it. All right. And it was a quick video. I felt inspired to just make it. No editing, probably a few, little bit of editing here and there just to make it look clean. All right, guys, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for staying till the end. I appreciate the support that I've gotten lately. I'm so excited that I've got like 200 subscribers. I'm so excited. I'm like 200 people who want to know who want to hear what I have to say. And I'm excited about that. And I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And God bless you. Let's prosper together.